I will explain how to fix a dryer that won't heat, so let's get started. I will demonstrate the process on an inverter LG front load washer and dryer. The things I will explain to you could work for any dryer, whether a front load dryer or a top load dryer, because the basic components in any dryer are the same. This machine's capacity to dry is 3.5 kilograms, and its wash capacity is 7 kilograms. Guys, as you can see, this is the duct system installed for a dryer. It has heaters inside it, and a thermostat is installed with it, and the thermostat is used to trip the heating elements in case the dryer overheats. The air comes inside the duct, and as the air passes through the heater, the air starts to heat up. The heated air goes inside the drum through a large chamber. When the drum rotates, the heated air inside the drum passes through another duct installed in the lower section of the dryer and comes back into the motor installed on the upper side of the dryer. And thus, this air circulation loop continues to take place, and this way, the clothes start to dry. If we remove the plastic drum from the dryer, it will seem like this. As I showed you, the duct system. This section is the input for the heated air. I had already removed the stainless steel drum from this plastic drum. This hole is the output of the heated air. Now I have removed the duct system from the dryer. This is the vent through which the hot air goes inside the drum. And this vent is the output for the heated air. Now I will open this heating mechanism and show you how to test the components inside it if your dryer is not heating. I have removed the duct screws, and this is the fan motor that makes the heated airflow. A seal is kept on the top of the duct to prevent the air from leaking. Now I will completely open it. This is the fan blower which is working fine. This fan blows the air from the outer side of the fan and sucks the air from the inner chamber of the fan. This is the motor for the fan blower. If this motor does not work, the blower will not rotate, and thus the heated air will not flow to dry the clothes. This motor has 3 pins. And now, I will tell you how to test this motor. For testing the motor, you will need a multimeter. Set the multimeter to ohm meter. Now I am attaching one of the probes randomly with any motor pin. The reading should be the same at all the points of the pins. I am getting 3.2 ohms reading on these pinpoints. And all the readings should be the same, so this motor will be considered in good condition. Other than this short circuit test is also important, through the body test, by attaching one probe with the body and the other with all 3 pins one by one. If you get any reading on the meter, it means the motor has leakage, and it will be considered bad. Next, a wire is installed, and it is just a loop, which we will open later to make you understand. This is the thermostat installed, and this thermostat's heat capacity is 155 degrees. If the temperature inside the duct rises to 155 degrees, this thermostat will trip the heating system. And thus, this heating element will not work. Now I will test the thermostat. You can check it on continuity or ohms mode. I am checking it on ohm meter. Normally it's closed. We are getting some reading. Now I will check it on continuity mode. It should give a beeping sound on the multimeter. As this thermostat is giving a beeping sound means, it is okay. If it disconnects and trips after overheating, let the element to cool down inside the duct. The points inside the thermostat will join together, but if it does not, then means the thermostat is bad, and then replace the thermostat with a new one. Now I will open the top cover from the duct to show you the heating element and how to test it. This is what the heating element or the heater looks like. The air from the fan blower passes through this heater, and heats the air which goes in the drum through this vent. Before testing the heater, let me tell you the function of this wire. As it is not a wire, but actually, it is also a thermostat. When due for some reason, this duct overheats. A fuse is installed inside these wires to trip the system. Now let me show you the fuse by removing this protective sleeve. This is a fusible thermostat. This cuts off the electricity when it is overheated, and works again when the system cools down. The material installed inside it is a bimetallic strip. This is used as a safety device in this dryer. Now I will test the heating element. Test the heater on ohm mode by attaching both probes to it. The value of the heating element is 41.2 ohms, which means this heating element is absolutely fine. It will still be considered fine if it shows the reading to 50 or 60 ohms. Check the body leakage of the element as well. In our case, it is fine. The heating power of this element is 1200 watts. See, it is written on the heater that it is 1200 watts and 230 volts operated. Now, if I talk about the wiring connections of the heating element, the wiring connection of the heating element is very interesting. The red wire is connected to one of the heating element's terminals directly, which is the live wire. The blue wire is connected to one of the terminals of the thermostat. Both the point of the thermostat are in series. As you can see, the yellow wire is connected to the other point of the thermostat. Then the yellow wire from the thermostat is connected to the fusible bimetal strip. The blue wire from the bimetal strip is connected to the heating element, and that is the neutral connection for the heating element. The benefit of this type of connection is that it gives double safety whenever the system becomes overheated. At that time, one of the thermostats must trip. Otherwise, it can melt the plastic body or any other machine part. I have installed the dryer duct back, and I will give you some important information now. Two sensors are installed with the dryer to sense the temperature of the heated air flowing inside the drum and the temperature of the air flowing back toward the fan. The input has an NTC sensor, and this is the second sensor installed before the air flows toward the fan. If they are faulty, still the system will not heat properly. And these are the things to check out if the dryer is not heating properly. Click on the left or right thumbnail on the screen to watch out next videos, and subscribe. It's free. Thank you.